First up, though, let's talk about former Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood. He is facing multiple allegations of misconduct, and yet the BBC had previously insisted, and certainly the Director General, Tim David, insisted that while allegations were made against the DJ were shocking and claims made by a number of women, 7 different women, were powerful and appalling, he had seen no evidence of complaints from the DJ's time when he was at Radio 1 and at the BBC. This is after, in April, 7 women accused Tim Westwood of sexual misconduct, dating all the way back to 1992. However, it has now been revealed that the BBC had received 6 complaints against the DJ, one of which was actually referred to police. So how on earth could this happen? Let's talk to Hera Hussain. She's founder of Chain, an international organisation fighting gender-based violence. Good morning to you, Hera.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, this just ties in wonderfully, actually, with, the Chris Pincher issue with the former Deputy Chief Whip in the Tory party. Is, no one knew anything. No one had any idea. We're all as shocked as anyone when there are rumours about someone going around. And in fact, there had actually been formal complaints made, one of which so serious it was referred to the police. But no one seems to keep a record of these things. Does this give us an idea of I suppose, just how seriously the BBC took these issues?
Yes, I think that's a really great comparison, but also thinking about Jimmy Savile and just, we haven't learned lessons from the past. That, not only did they have records because they found them, right? But they only found them after the FOI, was
the Freedom of Information request.
Yes, the Freedom of Information request, which is really
curious.
It is, exactly, by a BBC journalist, so a journalist of the same corporation asking its corporation to say, actually, you not responding to this is against the Freedom of Information Act, and then going to the Information Commissioner and then receiving this information. So I think that this is, this doesn't fill people who work with the BBC with a lot of trust, does it? That they will take complaints seriously about people who work there. But also in this specific case, we have a very powerful man who was a cultural icon for bringing hip hop and, wielded a lot of influence. Yeah. So, and we were told that, why are survivors coming and talking about historic abuse? In fact, I will talk to you about this as well. And we talked about how, there's a very little reasons for someone to lie about this. And now we actually see evidence that they had complaints back then. So when there's rumors going around, not just rumors, but we have published stories and allegations, and people still, give man the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, well, no, we do give the benefit of the doubt because that's our justice system. Use the word survivors. I would use the word complainants. And taking a complaint seriously is rather different from we must believe every woman says, because women don't lie about this stuff. Women lie all the time, same as men do. Look, we all know when you hear, 7 women have said pretty much the same thing, similar modus operandi, that is more believable. And if we were on a jury, we would find that more believable than if one woman says something about any man. But it is important. He's not been actually, he's not actually been, accused of a crime, charged with a crime. He's not been convicted of any crime or anything. We do need to let people have the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry, we do. But these complaints should be taken seriously and they should be investigated, referred to the police, if necessary, referred to the CPS and go to court if they are serious enough and if there's enough evidence. But that's not the same as everyone pretending nothing's happening at all.
I think that it's just interesting how we always seem to give everybody else but the people who make complaints the benefit of the doubt in the way we talk about them.
No, that's just the legal system we have.
I'm not talking about the legal
I could
system.
accuse you of anything, and then we all have to say that I'm telling the truth, but I could be making a lie up. It's not that we don't believe women. It's just you can't go around just pointing the finger at people and then it becomes fact.
I think the important thing here, though, is that the BBC has had records, found them after initially saying that they had looked for it and did not find them.
No, completely accept that.
Big change.
But this, absolutely, and this is a total failure of governance by them. And you mentioned the point there about Tim Westwood. Now people go, he's a DJ. Now a lot of people might not know who he is. I know who he is because he's hugely influential. As you say, he's not just a very rich, very powerful DJ. He's hugely influential in that whole world of music. I've met him, and I remember saying to my husband, "Guess guess who I've got a photo with, and him being, oh wow, Tim Westwood. He is a legend for a lot of people. And the reality is we've seen again and again and again I don't know what happened in these cases. We've not seen anything go to court. But again and again we see situations where very rich, powerful men, famous men often, are accused by not even just one woman or one man, but a number of different people, similar stories to tell, and they come forward and it's dismissed. And I think we can all suspect that, if the men who were being accused were the caretaker or working in the canteen, those allegations would be taken rather more seriously, but they're kind of dismissed because, who wants to rock the boat? He's powerful, he might be useful to me, or he's earning us a lot of money, or whatever the scenario is.
Yes, so I think the question that I'm left with is that when will we prioritize the safety of women over, powerful men's reputation? And I think this is where this boils down to, like you said, the fact that Tim Westwood had, wielded such influence and, continues to wield that influence. There are many people who still, I think were holding off until this story broke. So what it tells us is that our culture of not taking complaints seriously, remains strong. And that's what we need to break. And I think that the BBC needs to have some serious internal investigation about how was it that the Director General at that time was able to make that claim, and now it's a completely different story.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, isn't it? In terms of where these things go, though, I mean, we've seen, from Jimmy Savile, rather more serious allegations, I think we can safely say, but throughout, Harvey Weinstein in the States, all of the different allegations, some of which, some people, they're going to court. I don't want to bring those names into it because this case is sub judice, but we've just got so many different allegations against so many people. It does seem that there was just a culture. And until, let's face it, really very recently, even now you could say, where if you're important enough and powerful enough, you can pretty much get away with doing anything you want to.
Yeah, and in the music industry, the Union of Musicians in the UK, they say that 50% of their female members have reported facing sexual harassment at work. So I think in the entertainment industry, this is a particularly a problem that is often, documented. And I'm glad that we're seeing these stories come up. And what we really need to see is a change in culture. So we shouldn't be back here talking about this, about another person, a few weeks down the line saying, oh, yes, that there were historic allegations against them, but no one knew about them.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone knew and no one knew all at the same time. Hera Hussain from Chain, thank you very much indeed.